All right, so good morning, everybody. Mr. Kevin here, and we are here now again to have a quick video tutorial or instruction about our topic in STEAM, which is making an animation using Brush Ninja. Right, so in this activity, what you're going to do is you're going to make an animation that will be having at least 5 frames and will be made or saved as a GIF image and will be submitted into our uh, thread in the Steam thread in Microsoft Teams. So without further ado, let's begin. Requirements of this topic: only a web browser, only a working web browser. If you're using an Android or an iOS device, you can use, let's say, Google Chrome, Safari, Mozilla Firefox, Samsung Internet Browser, whatever browser you want to use. And make sure you have an internet, of course. And if it's not working, you can switch from browser to browser until you find a compatible browser in this activity. Again, you don't need to pay for anything. You don't need to install anything. We only need a browser. Okay, so to start our activity, let's proceed to our main tool. Open your web browser and search Brush Ninja. Mr. What's a Brush Ninja? Brush Ninja is a web application tool that can be used in making illustrations such as emoji arts, collage photos, t-shirt merch, comics, games, even paint online. And of course, what we're going to focus here is the animation, all right, or the GIF. So open the animation with an online animator. Then uh, we are going to be navigated into our workspace. So we have the canvas here of the Brush Ninja. Oh, by the way, don't get intimidated because of what you're seeing here in this screen, because it seems a lot. It seems a lot, I know, but it's not that complicated. Don't worry. You just need to focus here, listen. And once you finish this video, we're going to make your own animation, your own GIF using the Brush Ninja tool. All right. So how are we going to start using our Brush Ninja? Of course, first things first, how are we going to draw? We use the pen. Here's the pen brush, and we use the pencil, the smooth, the dot, whatever type of pens or markers or medium you're going to use. We have a pencil, a smooth, a dot, a dash. Then this will be the point, the thickness of the points, the circles. Colors, this is the coloring of your pencil and of your fill. Okay. Then if you want to type your name, of course, I will be asking you to type your name. Just click here on the use text. First, let's type our name. Use text. This is the size. This is where you're going to type your text. You can even add an emoji. But first things first, let's look or select where we're going to put our names. Let's just put it here on the top. Then type in Noctis. And let's have some emoji. This one. Mister, what's Noctis? Noctis is a video game character in the Final Fantasy video game that I played. Final Fantasy 15. Click here, Noctis, and that is our name, Noctis. Okay. And we're going to duplicate it. Let's go down. As I said, I need you to make at least five, 5 frames of your GIF. Mister, what's a frame? A frame is the pages or the, let's say, differentiated movements of your uh, animation. All right. So how are we going to do this? Just click add here, go down, click add frames. So we're going to, oh, it's either add. Okay, of course, once you click add it, we're going to add a new page of your frame. And since we already typed something here, Noctis, we're just going to duplicate it. To duplicate our frames, just click here on the duplicate frame. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we duplicated 4 frames here into our canvas. Now, what's next? We're going to make a, here we go, emoji. So how are we going to start the emoji? We're going to use paintbrush. Wait, emoji. Yeah, let's draw an emoji for now. Emoji or let's say stickman. Let's draw a stickman. Uh, Super Saiyan stickman. Mr. What's a Super Saiyan? So Dragon Ball. I'm a Dragon Ball fan, so I'm gonna draw some Dragon Ball thing here. So how are we going to do this? We use the pencil, a brush, sorry. Then we'll be using the pencil. Let's change the point of our pencil into this. Yeah, we're good with this. Then we're going to use a black pen for our pencil and a black uh fill into our bucket fill. Mister, what do you mean? What's the difference between the bucket fill and the pencil? The pencil is the one that will gonna outline your oops, gonna outline your uh drawing. Then the bucket fill will be the color inside of that outline. I'll show you. I'll show you. Wait. First, let's make this invincible. Then let's make the color of our pen black. So I'm going to draw a circle here. Sorry about my circle. As you can see, there's no color inside of the circle because we're using a black pen, which will become the outline of our drawing. So that's the outline. And how are we going to put the draw color inside of the circle? Change the color of your bucket fill, this one. So let's change it into yellow. Click first on the bucket fill and click on the color. Then click on the pencil and let's change the color of the pencil into black. It's a little confusing at first, but once you get the hang of it, it'll be easy. You just click and select on the icon of the pencil, change the color, click and select on the color or the color or the bucket fill, select the color. All right, let's draw it again. We have a color here of yellow in our bucket fill. Let's see what will be the difference. There we go. As you can see, the color of our bucket fill is yellow, and the inside of our shaped circle has a color yellow, and the outline of our circle is color black. If you want to change the color of your bucket fill, change it into red. Oops. Click on the icon of the pencil, change the color of the pencil, let's say into white. I know, white will not be visible. Let's make it green. There we go. Let's change the outline little thinner. There's the color green and make sure it's connect. There we go. Red, fill, green, backdrop. Make sure when you're making an illustration with a color fill, all the lines are connected. Again, all the lines are connected so that everything will be colored inside. Okay? And if you want to erase anything inside, it's either you click on the undo. There we go. Or you click on the eraser. Just make the eraser bigger. The point of the eraser bigger and erase it now. There we go. Class. All right. So again, what are we going to do? Make an animation with a simple 5 frames and save it as a GIF. That will be the activity. So first things first is change the color of our pen or outline into black. Then change the color of our bucket fill. Let's say to black since we're making or using or making a stickman, a super science stickman is what I say. So in the first frame, make sure we're here in the first frame. We're in the first frame. We're going to draw. Let's draw something. Oops. Oh, sorry. If you're making a point or illustration, you cannot draw anything. Make sure you're clicking on a specific medium or pen or brushes that you want to use. As you can see, I cannot write anything because I'm in the eraser. Let's go back to the pencil. Let's draw a circle, which will become the head of our, there we go. Call it stickman. Sorry about my shape. Of course, straight line. This will be the feet. Oops. Undo. Why? Because we have a color in our fill. So we need to remove the color of our fill. To remove the color, use a transparent one. This checkered color. Make sure you're clicking on the bucket fill and go back into the pencil and make sure that you're clicking on the pencil. There we go. Try again. Straight. Oh, sorry about my drawing. There we go. There you go. Here's the head and the arm. And I'll draw the hair of Son Goku. Mister, who's Son Goku? How is the main character in the Dragon Ball series? This one. Dragon Ball Son Goku. This one. This guy. So we're going to make a transformation of this guy of Son Goku normal into a Super Saiyan Son Goku, this one. Using a stickman only, not this illustration. Okay. So this is our first page. Then we go to the second page. Oh, this will be a little tricky, but there's a technique here. So we're going to use this tag onion skinning. Mr. What's an onion skinning? It will gonna show you the shadow or the print of the previous page. Okay, so that you can follow the outline or the layout that you make. If you want to make some changes or animation, of course, into your illustration. So as you can see, click on the onion. No, there's the layout of the previous page. And if you undo or not select the onion, it will be not visible. So make sure the onion skinning will be visible so that you can see your previous illustration. Okay. Then let's change again the color of the bucket into black. Let's just copy the layout. Follow the layout. Oh, sorry about my drawing here. Make sure it will look like as the previous page as possible. Okay, there we go. There we go. Pencil black. Oh, did I color the hair black? Oh no, I forgot. Ah, don't worry. It's okay. Then let's change his hairstyle. Now, there we go. Then let's follow the layout. The hand, the feet, and let's put some changes in the hand. There we go. There we go. Then let's put some aura uh coming out of his body. There we go. If you have watched the Dragon Ball, you will see this happening in the anime. Okay. It's a good one, by the way. There we go. That is our second frame. Then let's go to the third frame. Draw a different, of course, animation. Let's draw a different style or layout of our drawing. So again, let's copy what he looks like on the face. There we go. Oops, sorry about my shapes. There we go. Because I using my mouse. Oops, undo. I forgot to remove the color on the bucket. Then black pencil. Just follow the layout. Change the color of the pencil into yellow. And change. Oops, let's not forget the hair changing also. It's up to you how we're going to make the animation. It's your animation, it's your design, so I will not stop you what it will gonna look like. There we go. Because Son Goku has this Super Saiyan transformation. That's what I'm doing right now. He's changing his uh appearance by having a transformation of Super Saiyan. There we go. That's our third frame. Fourth frame, onion again. Change the color again into black. Also the pencil, the head. Oh man, my head is not becoming round anymore. Oops. I forgot again to make the bucket fill into transparent. There we go. Then hair will be yellow, I know. I know he has a bangs here. I'm sorry, I am really not good into drawing into hearts. There we go. And let's change the aura. And last one, last frame. Last frame, last frame. Color black. Head. Then let's change the color here into yellow so that you will see the difference. As you can see, if you don't connect everything in a single line, this is what's gonna happen. So you really need to connect everything in a single line. There we go. Make it less transparent. On the pencil, make it yellow. Oh no, black, sorry. I forgot to put the feet. Feet. The body is changing. The body is changing. There we go. Aura again. Aura, aura. Aura, not aura, sorry. Aura, aura. There we go. And class. So as you can see, we have drawn the backdrop. Not backdrop, the frames, 5 frames of our animation of Son Goku. This is Son Goku transforming from this into this in a stickman version. How are we going to preview it? Just click here on the play button. There we go. As you can see, we are having an animation right now. Son Goku changing his transformation from a normal Goku into a Super Saiyan Goku. And how are we going to save it? Stop the frame. Oh, by the way, you can change the speed of the frame by clicking here. Click this, set animation speed. The bigger the frame, the faster. All right, as you can see, the bigger the frame, the faster. There we go. It's up to you. I think the maximum, a good 5 frame speed, better maximum is at 6. I think so. There we go. But it's up to you. It's up to you. All right. Me, I'm just using 6 frames here. Then how we're going to download or share your work. Click on the export, download animation, export as GIF, save, Son Goku, stickman. Export it as GIF, wait for it to download, and you'll find your download into your gallery. Since it's a GIF, it will be saved as a photo into your gallery if you're using an Android or an iOS. Okay, there we go. Kalas, this is our lesson in a nutshell. Using a brush ninja, making an animation or GIF and saving it as an image. So, what are you going to do? I want you to draw your own animation. It's up to you what kind of animation you want. It can be either it can be either a stickman, a smiley, uh, or your name, spelling your name. It's up to you. Okay, it's up to you. All right. So, if you don't have any question regarding this, you can start doing your activity now, and don't forget to submit your work into our Microsoft Teams Steam channel account. All right. So I'll be waiting for your submission, and I'm really excited what your project will gonna look like, and see how creative you are in regards to this topic. All right. So thank you very much. Sayonara. I really hope you have enjoyed this topic.